Alright folks, well let's see what we get tonight. I've got three 10-frame deeps, or 10-frame mediums, I'm sorry, three 10-frame mediums, one of which only has 9 frames in it, but that's because that frame, there's one frame in there that's really fat that I can't get a 10th frame because it's so fat. It actually looks looks a lot like this one, but it's not that one, where they pulled it really deep, so I can't actually fit a 10th frame in there. Anyway, three 10-frame mediums, and then 5 frames in this 8-frame medium that I was able to pull off other hives. I'm hoping it's at least 100 pounds, but I won't know yet. You know, I had big aspirations this summer. My goal was 500 pounds of honey. Our honey flows just started probably about 2 weeks ago that it really started ramping up, and I'm already pulling off, you know, a good little bit of honey here. But I've had some challenges. At least 3, 4, 5, probably at least 5 of my big hives that I was planning to have, you know, these are going to be my big honey makers, have swarmed and or absconded on me this year. So that's really kind of knocked it back. I've actually gotten more of this honey off of hives that I wasn't expecting it off of than the ones that I was kind of planning it off of. So it just goes to show you, you know, if you want to hear God laugh telling your plans. But anyway, got the honey super set up here. I've got my uncapping tank, which is just a plastic tub, and I think this is pretty clever. We'll see how it works. It's just an oven rack, stainless steel oven rack. Nabbed that. My wife doesn't know yet, so she'll probably get ticked off when she finds out. But then my extractor is just a 3-frame hand crank bucket set up to catch it all, and then I've got a stack of empties starting over here. So as I extract 3 frames, I'll move into the empties and I'll just you know, piggyback them. So anyway, I'm going to get into it here, and we'll see how much we get, and I'll probably just give you all the old extractor wound up, winding down right now. But I've done 10, 12 frames so far, and I got 3 more in there I just finished up, so that'll be 15. You can see the honey is running. The honey looks good. I'm actually surprised. This is actually really light. I was thinking it was early tallow honey, but I'm telling you, some of this stuff is almost clear. And I recall I experienced that back in my first year of beekeeping. In late spring, early summer, I pulled 1 frame out of my top bar hive that was just pulled super thick, and it was, I mean, just real light yellow. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it was, but I know it was absolutely delicious, and I got a lot of compliments on it at work. But anyway, so I think some of this is that same honey, but again, I don't know what source it's coming from. I have no idea. But really, I don't care to know, because like I said, it's delicious and it's working. We're looking down in the bucket there. The bucket is, well, at least half full, and you know, honey 12 pounds per gallon, so a 5 gallon bucket would be 60 pounds, and at half full, over half full now, it'd be 30 pounds. So that's probably about right for where I'm at harvesting. You can see all the frames that spun out. I don't know how well you can see, but I am leaving a little bit behind. Not a lot. I'm really not too concerned about it. I've got enough volume here. I've still got those last 2 deeps to do, or mediums there to do, 10 frames. Not too worried about it because I'm going to have plenty of excess, I'm sure, on this round. It's good to make it worth it to set up and do a couple boxes worth instead of doing, you know, little 30-pound runs every now and then like I was doing last year. But yeah, I'm on my way, I guess at this point, to getting at least 75 pounds. Let's hope. So I better get back after it. I've got quite a bit in the cappings tank there. You can see from the side. I've got about 1 inch already in the bottom, which is, you know, definitely 5 or 6 more pounds of honey. The oven grate is working actually pretty good. Not the best, but certainly working a lot better than the old. Used to have an old wooden bar with a nail through it, and one that wasn't very sanitary, having the wood. I ended up throwing it away, but it's definitely working a heck of a lot better than not having a grate at all, so I'll probably use it again in the future. Alright, well, it's about an hour and a half later. It took me to finish spinning everything out, and got things cleaned up already. Got the boxes set out in the yard so the bees can rob them tomorrow, what's left, and as well as the extractor. But I went ahead and weighed up my buckets. I don't know the numbers exactly offhand, but anyway, got a gross total of 115.6 or 115.2, whatever. Call it 115 pounds of honey. I don't know, shave off a generous 10 pounds, 15 pounds worth of buckets, and tote plastic. I highly doubt it's that much, but you know, hey, let's just be conservative. Got at least 100 pounds. So that makes me happy. I lied to y'all. I said I had 3 10-frame mediums plus the 5 extra frames in that 8-frame. But I forgot the bottom 10-frame medium was one that I took it off a hive that was queenless and hopeless, basically. And so they only actually had 5 or 6 frames in there that had honey on them, and each frame was not even really fully drawn. So that box did not yield anywhere near 30 pounds like it was supposed to. I probably only got about really 15 out of it, if even that much. So anyway, it's a little after 10 o'clock now, and I got to go inside and at least start jarring up some of this for a lady coming to pick up a bunch tomorrow. She's coming to pick up 14 half pints, and she's giving away 12 of those as wedding shower gifts or something, which is, that's pretty cool, you know. It's very creative anyway, and I'm glad she's wanting to do it. But she's buying honey from me, so that's a good deal. And then I got a couple folks coming to pick up some beehives too, which is good. So it'll be a good little Saturday morning for me. I'm excited. But for now, I got to go get to bottling, and maybe I should catch some. By the way, people always think their dogs, you know, going to hang around the table and clean up after dinner. Well, they'll clean up after honey harvest too. I cannot believe they haven't found these big puddles over here where the supers were sitting, but they'll mop it up pretty good. We'll see whether or not they lick up the couple of dead bees that are there. Boy, I bet they'd be really upset if they licked up the dead bee and got their tongues done. Anyway, I actually have to lock the dogs away from me when I work. I work out here on my back porch. You know, I've got this, it's all screened in, which is pretty nice because it's about 85 degrees tonight, but I got the fans on, and you know, that way, if I do it during the day, robber bees can't get in here and try to mess with me, and dogs can't get in here and mess with me, so. But it keeps it warm and it keeps it out of the house. But, oh, there we go. Jackpot. Old Troy boy, he found the jackpot. So, anyway, I'm going to go in the house, start bottling with these dogs.
It's beautiful. It's alright. Y'all can admit that you're jealous. Because I know. And I promise you, this stuff is delish.
I don't think it's tallow honey. But to be honest with you, it's been so long since I've sampled the difference across the course of a year. I don't remember, but look at the color on that. That is very light. Much lighter than what I'm used to seeing on tallow honey. And I think it's sweeter too. I think the tallow honey has kind of a bitter taste, or almost like a chocolatey taste sometimes. And this is just very sweet, very smooth. Not overpoweringly sweet, just sweet, smooth. Anyway, I've got the 14 half pints here done up for the gal that's coming in the morning, and I'm gonna go ahead and do up a dozen pints. And I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. I don't have any quart jars down here clean and ready. They're all up in the attic, and I don't feel like crawling in the attic at 10:30 at night, risking waking the kids up. So I'll get some more jars down tomorrow, and we'll keep on bottling. But I'm going to cut this one off here, call it a video. Hope y'all liked it.